So, good day everyone. The continuation of the part 2 is this one, which is the part T or part 3, okay, which is same personal identification. So, classification of amputations and fingers missing at birth. Natapos na po natin to doon sa part 2. So, we move on to the next or third slide po. So, this is types or kinds of amputation. We have the traumatic amputation, which is talagang natanggal siya, nahiwalay sa hand or dito po sa hand arm po natin. While this one, which is yung tinatawag po nating amputation repair. Yung na-amputate siya pero pwede pa pong, hindi pa po siya talaga natatanggal. So, next. So, if all 10 fingers are amputated or missing at birth, the classification will be M32WMMM or meeting 32 whirl meeting. Yan po ang ilalagay natin kung yung 10 fingers po natin is talagang amputated or missing at birth po. Kasi wala ka naman pong makukuha, marirage counting, marirage tracing po. So, yan po ang ilalagay po natin as by FBI. Then we have the Latin prints. Kapag sinabi po natin Latin prints, these are chance impression found at the crime or found at the scene of the crime or on items of investigative interest. So sabi natin, dun sa mga previous discussion natin, it is the best evidence found at the crime scene. Ito po yung mga impression po na naiiwan po ng mga ating perpetrator or the suspect. Pero, kagaya po ng sabi ko sa ating last or previous discussion, this Latin print is only or it is not visible to our naked eye. And also, partial lang po minsan ang naiiwan sa mga crime scene. Okay, so Latin prints po ang tawag doon. Yung naiiwan po ng perpetrator at the same time suspect sa crime scene. Latin print po ang tawag doon. So, ito po yun. Ito po yung example ng tinatawag po nating Latin prints. Ayan, yung mga yan. Okay? Yan po yung mga tinatawag po nating Latin prints. Then, what are the causes of markings? Bakit nagkakaroon ng impression yung tinatawag po nating fingers kapag meron po tayong nahahawakan? Okay, una, syempre, because of the rages or raised strip of the epidermis, and also, pangalawa, because of the sweat or perspiration. Okay? Kaya po nagkakaroon ng markings yung fingers natin kapag meron po tayong mga hinahawakan is because of the rages who are raised and the sweat or perspiration dahil po sa pawis po na nilalabas po ng ating kamay. Kaya po nagkakaroon ng markings at the same time may naiiwan po na impression. Perspiration consists of, una, we have water and solid materials. Kapag water, 98% po yan. Sweat gland, excreta. Okay? Excreta, excrete. Naaalis or natatanggal. Then, yung 2% po, para maging 100% ang total, is salt, urea, oil, fats, and acid. Or yung tinatawag po nating mga sebaceous excreta or excrete. Okay, yan po yung nilalabas ng ating katawan. Pawis at the same time, okay, yung mga solid materials which are salt, okay, urea, oils, and fats. So, try nyo lang try nyo lang. Kapag pinagpawisan kayo, yung wala namang nakakikita, kapag pinagpawisan kayo, you try to taste. Maalat ang pawis because of the 2% solid materials po natin. Okay, so yan po yung or that is the perspiration or kung ano po yung bumubuo sa perspiration. Okay? Next, we have the patent print. Okay, kapag sinabi po nating patent print, friction range impression of unknown origin, visible without development. A friction range impression that can be visualized without processing. This may be deposited intentionally or unintentionally. Ito po yun. Okay? Ito po yung tinatawag nating patent print. Itong number 1. This one. This is a patent print. Also, this is a patent print. Pwedeng unintentionally mo siya or intentionally mo siya iniwan. Patent fingerprints or visible prints, ibig sabihin ng patent fingerprint, yung nakikita na po ng ating naked eye. Okay, visible sa ating naked eye, are left on a smooth surface when blood, ink, paint, grease, or some other liquid comes in contact with the heads. Kapag meron po yung mga ink po, blood, grease, okay, kapag po inimpress mo yan, intentionally or unintentionally, at may or nagkaroon ng impression, kaya tinatawag po siyang patent print. Yung latent print naman po, iba naman po yun. Okay, latent print, it is not visible with our naked eye. And also, okay, hindi po siya intentionally naiwan. Unintentionally po. Ito po, intentionally. Gamit po yung mga ink, paint, okay, or greases, or any other liquids po, or coloring liquids. Okay, as long as nagkaroon ng contact sa ating fingers, yung mga liquids na yan, okay, patent print po ang tawag dyan. Then also, we have plastic fingerprints are actual. Indentation left in some soft material such as clay, putty, or wax. Okay, kapag hinahawakan po natin yung mga malalambot, smooth surfaces po, like yung mga clay, okay, yung mga putty, or yung mga wax, kung makikita po ninyo, nagkakaroon po tayo or nagkakaroon yung mga fingers po ninyo ng impression or naiiwan yung impression ng fingers po ninyo doon. Then, kagaya ng sabi ko, latent fingerprints are caused by the transfers of oils and other body secretion onto a surface. Kaya naman po tayo nagkakaroon ng latent fingerprints, kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, because of the sweat or perspiration po na nilalabas po ng ating katawan or nilalabas sa ating mga kamay, which is yung pawis po natin. Then, we have the so-called substrate, the surface upon which a latent fingerprint is deposited or placed, kung saan po naiiwan. Okay? Kung saan naiiwan yung latent prints natin, tinatawag po siyang substrate. Substrate, it is a surface. Next, factors affecting latent impression. Ano po ba yung mga nakaka-apekto doon sa latent impression po natin? Okay, so una, we have the climatic conditions. So, in this climatic condition, under this factor, too much exposure to the elements would reduce the chance of their being recovered. So, kapag masyadong na-expose po yung mga latent impression po natin, okay, pwede po na wala nang makita or hindi na po ma-recover yung mga latent impression natin. Kapag too much exposure sa rain, snow, sa sun or dew will immediately erase fingerprints. Excessively high temperature caused by direct rays of the sun during summer months can destroy them in a matter of few minutes. So kapag talagang direct sunlight po ang place kung saan naiwan yung mga latent impression, in a few minutes mawawala po yung mga yon. Okay? Kasi nga po, as we all know, sweats lang po yung mga yan. Perspiration lang po. The winds due to warm temperature will cause the disappearance of fingerprint evidence because of the increased evaporation of watery substances accumulating on finger impression and also obliterate identifying the ridge characteristics. So, yung mga yun po, yung winds, yung sun, kapag direct exposure po, mahirap na pong hanapin or mahirap na pong makita yung mga Latin print impression. Then number 2, subject factors, we have the physical characteristics of the individual. Under this one naman po, we have the distinction of disappearing or disappearing finger marks left by a male or female human being. For those prints belong to young female adults, friction ranges are found to be finer than those of men. So kapag babae daw po ang nakaiwan, mga young adults, young female, mas finer daw po yung ranges, yung impression na naiwan kaysa sa mga lalaki. However, it was also found that fine ranges can be seen on young and old, and that manual labor has affected or strengthened the ranges. So, kasi nga po, di ba, kagaya ng discussion natin past or previous, yung mga skin ng old ages, kung mapapansin po natin, mas nagiging finer, mas nagiging manipis na din po. So, kapag nakakita tayo ng mga finer Latin prints, pwede po siyang young adults or young female adults and old. Okay? Sa kanila po yun. Pero sa mga men daw po, siguro mas makapal po ng konti kapag sa mga physical characteristics of an individual. Then, nature of the surface. Okay? Kung saan naiwan yung impression na yon. Latin fingerprint left on a smooth, non-porous surfaces like yung mga glass, mga metal po, ceramic, or enamel will formally retain their usefulness longer than those impressed on a porous surfaces such as fabric, unpolished wood, paper, and other rough surfaces object. Kasi nga po, sa mga yan, yung mga porous surfaces, as you can see, okay, wala pong naiiwan na impression dyan. Sa fabric, sa damit, hahawakan mo nga siya, hindi mo naman makikita kung mayroong naiiwan na impression. Even doon sa mga wood, di ba, yung mga unpolished wood, paper, lalong-lalo na sa paper, wala talaga. And other rough surfaces. Pero sa paper po, meron po tayong mga chemicals na pwede po natin gamitin para po talagang lumitaw yung Latin prints po doon. Okay? Pero Latin fingerprints is only left on a smooth, non-porous like yung mga glass, metal, and other non-porous surfaces. Then, nutrition or kind of food the body eat. So, isa rin po dyan yung mga kinakain po natin, yung mga ini-intake po natin. Okay, so isa rin po yun. Then, let's go now to the categories of Latin prints. Okay, we have the visible Latin prints. Kapag sinabi po nating visible, nakikita po ng ating naked eye. These are made by fingers smeared with colored substances like blood, ink, grease, dirt, or paint. Okay, tinatawag po ang visible Latin prints na patent print because of the help of the blood, ink, grease, dirt, or paint. Okay? Dahil po dyan sa mga yan, nagkakaroon po tayo ng tinatawag nating visible Latin print. Okay? Can be seen by the naked eye without being developed. If the ridges happen to stand out clearly in them, no powder or chemical development is necessary to be made or any treatment to the print. Yes, hindi na po natin kailangan ng powders kay fingerprint ink. Kasi nga po, litaw na siya. Meron na po siyang color. Okay? Yung sa blood, di ba? Ink, grease, dirt, or paint. So, no need na po na gumamit pa tayo ng mga powder or any chemical para po ma-develop po natin yung fingerprint. So, ang gagawin na lang po natin, let's photograph, record in notes, and must be sketch. Okay, so yan po ang mga gagawin natin kapag nakakita po tayo ng visible Latin prints. Then, we have the semi-visible Latin prints. Kapag naman po sinabi po nating semi-visible Latin prints, these are molded or plastic impressions. Okay, made in plastic materials such as soap, melted candles, wax, paraffin, adhesive gums to envelope, postage stamp, etc. These prints need not be developed either, although photograph is more difficult than with visible print. So, yung mga semi-visible natin prints naman po, yan naman po yung mga naiiwan po sa mga plastic materials, soap, yung mga melted candles po, mga paraffin, mga wax. Yan naman po yung mga yan. Okay? So, yan po yung mga semi-visible natin prints po natin. Then, kapag sinabi naman po nating invisible Latin prints, these are the most common type of chance impression. Alam naman na po natin to. Yung hindi po or cannot be seen by our naked eye. Especially yung mga naiiwan po sa papers, cardboards, box. Kaya yan po yung mga yon. And also, kapag invisible Latin prints, kailangan po natin ng help ng mga fingerprint ink, any chemicals and powders po na makakatulong po para po lumabas yung mga or yung fingerprint po na naiwan sa papers, cardboards, or any smooth non-porous surfaces. So, yun po yung mga categories po natin ng fingerprints. Then, we have the eccrine gland. Okay, eccrine gland, it is any of the numerous small sweat glands distributed over our bodies. So, nakadistribute po yung eccrine gland na yan. Surface that produce a clear aqueous secretion devoid of cytoplasmic. It is the constituent and important in regulating body temperature. So, ang eccrine gland po, okay, yan po yung isa sa mga naglalabas po or nagdi-distribute ng sweat glands po natin. And also, yan din po is or nakakatulong sa pag-regulate po ng ating body temperature, which is the so-called eccrine gland. Next, we have the double tap. Kapag po sinabi nating double tap, it is a double impression. Yung parang nangyari po nung nag-ruled impression kayo, yung ni-roll nyo na po, inulit nyo ulit. Okay? Double tap po yun or double impression. Okay? Where additional friction ranges will coincide or be close to running in the same direction as the existing ridge flow. Double taps are made in close time proximity to the first friction ridge impression. Double taps are made by the same finger. Okay? So, kagaya ng sabi ko, na i-roll nyo na po, then dinoble nyo po ulit. That is a double tap or double impression. Then, image reversal naman po tayo. Okay, kapag naman po sinabi natin image reversal is when the friction ranges in a Latin print are reversed from the standard direction. Nabaliktad. Okay, this typically occurs in an intentional transferred print and on Latin lifted with rubber lifter. So, ang mangyayari po, for example, nilift mo siya ng tamang direction. And then, nung nilagay mo na po siya doon sa cardboard or kung saan mo siya pwedeng ilagay, okay, nabaliktad. Okay, so, nabaliktad mo po siya. That is image reversal po. Fabricated Latin print. A fabricated or falsified Latin print is a Latin print intentionally manufactured by law enforcement personnel in order to enhance the case against a suspect. This can be done by intentionally mislabeling a print, latent, or ink as coming from an object at the crime scene, aka falsified Latin print. So, kapag sinabing fabricated po, pinabricate or itinanim po doon. Okay, yung forged Latin print. Parehong-pareho sa suspect, okay? And then, yun po ang inilagay or nilagyan or nagkaroon ng mislabeling po doon sa crime scene. Tinatawag po siyang fabricated Latin print or falsified Latin print. Pasensya na, angkat yun ang ilong ko. Next. Forged Latin print naman po is the print of an innocent person planted naman at the scene of a crime by the perpetrator. So, kahit hindi nagpunta yung innocent person doon, Pero, ang problema kapag itinanim po yung Latin fingerprint niya doon sa crime scene na yun. Okay? So, forged Latin print or fabricated po is the same. As you can see naman po. Crime scene procedures po tayo. Okay? Una po, we have protecting the crime scene. Paano nga po ba maproprotektahan yung crime scene po natin? The first duty of a fingerprint expert or technician when he arrives at the crime scene is to instruct everybody to keep hands off. Walang maghahawak, lumayo po muna. Crime scene protection is the fundamental in criminal investigation and should be initiated by the first officer upon arrival at the scene. Kung sino po yung unang officer na a-arrive or darating dun sa crime scene, so kailangan po niyang pagsabihan yung mga kibetzers, okay, yung mga chismoso, chismosa na lumayo muna at wala pong mga hahawakan sa crime scene na yon. Why? Para po maprotektahan yung mga evidence or mga naiwang ebidensya po doon. Lalong-lalo na po yung mga Latin fingerprints or Latin prints po na pwede po nilang ma-destroy dahil lang po sa paghawak po nila ng mga evidence po na yon. So, ganyan po protektahan yung tinatawag po nating crime scene. Okay? Photographs of the crime scene. We have the general view, the distance shot and close-up shot of the Latin print, photographs of every object bearing Latin prints, and photographs of every Latin print before lifting. So, yan po yung kailangan po nilang gawin in case kapag meron po silang mga nakitang mga Latin print. So, general view, ibig sabihin, yung four corners po ng crime scene po natin, distance and close-up shot ng Latin print. Then, every object na may Latin print po, kailangan po nilang i-photographs and kailangan po nilang i-photograph yung mga Latin print before nila po i-lift. Okay, so yan po yung mga yon. Then, sketch of the crime scene. We have the sketch of locality, sketch of grounds, and sketch of details. Kapag sinabi po natin sketch of locality, it gives a picture of the scene of the crime and its environment such as neighboring building and road. So, kapag sketch of locality po, kailangan kasama yung mga neighboring buildings po. Kapag sketch of grounds, pictures the nearest physical surrounding like floor plan of the house. Kapag sketch of details naman, describe the immediate, okay, scene. Dapat ang makita yung immediate crime scene na po. Okay, for example, ang crime scene is isang bahay. Okay? Pero yung talagang pinaka-crime scene sa isang kwarto lang. So, kapag sinabi natin sketch of locality, dapat po yung buong sketch ng surrounding ng bahay, environment ng bahay, kailangan nandun sa sketch. Kapag sketch of the grounds po, yun naman po yung floor plan ng buong bahay. Then, sketch of details naman po kung nasaan, okay, or kung saang kwarto po yung pinagganapan ng krimen. So, that is the different types of sketch. Locality, grounds, and details. Then, things that may not be done in the crime scene. Ano ba yung mga hindi po pwede nating gawin sa crime scene? Okay? Una, do not leave without taking photograph. So, hindi mo pwedeng i-lift agad yung mga Latin print impression, okay, habang hindi pa po siya na-photograph. Pangalawa, do not leave on a small movable object. 3, do not remove object without taking photographs. 4, do not place powder to the entire crime scene. Yes, alangan naman na sabuyan mo yung buong crime scene ng powder. Okay, magastos masyado po pag ganon. And lastly, do not develop visible Latin print. Yes, kapag visible naman na po, you just need to leave that visible Latin print. No need na po nalagyan ng powder, okay, para po maging visible. No na, visible na nga po eh. So, yan po yung mga hindi po dapat gawin sa crime scene. Then, we have the crime scene procedures. Okay? So, una, check for injuries and summon the necessary aid. So, ito na po yung mga gagawin po natin. For example, nandoon pa po yung victim. So, we need necessary aid for the ambulance or any person po na pwede pong makatulong sa atin. Then, secure the crime scene, kagaya po kanina, kung paano po natin i-protect yung crime scene. Question all witnesses, photograph the entire crime scene, locate pertinent evidence but not collecting yet. So, tignan po muna kung ano po yung mga pwede na maging ebidensya. Pero, habang tinitignan mo po, wag po munang i-collect yung mga yon. Then, begin the search for fingerprints. Prepare the crime scene sketch and collect all the physical evidence. So, ganyan po yung procedure po natin sa crime scene. Next, searching for a Latin print. Kapag po sinabi po natin kinsaku, it is the method of searching activities for finding scene fingerprints and where they are impressed. So, kapag nagsisearch ka ng mga Latin prints, fingerprints ang tawag po doon, kensaku. Yan po yung method. Okay? Method of searching activities in finding fingerprints or Latin fingerprint. Kinsaku po ang tawag doon. Next, we have the different methods of search. Alam kong alam na po natin ito magmula pa po nung first year. We have the strip method of search, okay? Double strip method, spiral method. Kapag sinabi nating strip method of search, a method applied if the shooting took place in a close and small area. Strip lang. Okay? Double strip naman po, bigger area naman po. Spiral, okay, yung parang whirl, a method where the searcher follows each other in the path of spiral beginning on the outside and then spiraling toward the center. So, kagaya po kapag spiral, dapat daw po doon ka muna kay delta, papunta kay core. Okay, that is a spiral method. Then, wheel method, a method applied in crime scene search that the searchers gather at the center and proceed outward the radius. So, ito naman, kapag wheel naman, nasa center muna sila palabas. Okay? Zone method, a method applied if shooting incident took place in a bigger area. This method can be adapted. The area is divided into 4 zones or into 4 squares. So, ito po yung mga yon. So, this is the zone method. So, kagaya ng sabi ko, 4 po na square po yan. Divided into 4 square. Ito naman, wheel method, dapat mauuna muna dito sa center, palabas. Okay? So, yan po yon. Then, spiral method naman, dapat mauuna or manggagaling ka sa outside or papunta sa loob or papaloob. Then, grid or yung double strip, ito po yun. Then, ito naman po yung strip method. Okay? Yan naman po yun. Yan yung mga example po ng methods po natin. Next, the technician would handle the aforementioned marks in the following manner. Okay? So, first, develop the mark with the use of powder. So, ito po yung mga gagawin ng ating technician. For those found on paper or notebook, make use of a chemical which is called ninhydrin is preferably or yan po yung pwede nating gamitin. Ang ninhydrin solution po kasi, it is a liquid material kung saan i-spray mo po doon sa paper or notebook kung saan po naiwan yung Latin print na yon. And then, kailangan mo ng heat. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mo ng mainit na object para po yun po ang ipanglapat doon. Which is, for example, yung plancha. Okay? Because of that iron or plancha po, okay? Kapag naiinitan or nagpo-produce ng heat yung plancha or naidikit, doon sa notebook na yon na may ninhydrin solution, lalabas po, lilitaw po yung Latin print. Okay? Ang kulay po nun is kulay violet. Okay? Then, photograph is recommended. Every now and then po, photograph po is recommended. If the mark is quite faint or lightly seen, attempt to enhance it by using powder to show some few ridges. Usually, it is not advisable to brush because there is a tendency to destroy the marks. Yes. So, for example, gagamit po tayo ng brush, kailangan po yung light lang po yung pagkaka-brush ninyo, and also dapat maayos po yung brush na gagamitin or fingerprint brush po na gagamitin. Kasi kagaya ng sabi dito, meron pong tendency na mawala or masira yung fingerprint or Latin prints po na yun. Then, here again, photograph is needed. What is important is light arrangement. No development, photograph is required. No development, again, photograph is required. Lastly, no development, a good photographic result may be obtained. So, kahit wala pong development, hindi po nag-develop yung Latin print na yun, kailangan mo pa rin pong i-photograph. Ways and material used in developing and lifting a Latin print. So, we have physical or powder method. Yun po yung ginagamit natin. White powder, black powder, or soot. Okay? Gaya ng sabi ko, contrast the color of the surface. White powder, it applies on black and smooth surfaces. Kapag black powder naman, white and smooth, light colored surfaces naman po. Soot, alternate for black powder. Soot po, uling. Okay? Alternative po for the black powder. Ma'am, yung powder po na nilalagay sa mukha, pwede po bang maging alternative po ng white powder? Hindi po. Okay? Iba naman po kasi yun. Next, lycopodium powder. This is applied on leather surfaces and bags. Lycopodium. Hindi po basta-basta mga powder ang pwede po nating gamitin sa mga surfaces, leathers, or bags po. So, meron po siyang naka-assign kung ano po yung gagamitin po nating mga powder. So, for example, yung Latin print is naiwan sa mga leather surfaces or bags. Ang gagamitin po natin is lycopodium powder. It is directly placed on the surface using a blower to spread the powder instead of brush. So, maglalagay ka kung nasaan yung Latin print doon sa leather or bag na yun, then blower po ang gagamitin para po mag-spread. Hindi po brush. Okay? It is also used to develop Latin print on human skin. Okay? So, lycopodium powder po ang kailangan po nating gamitin. Gray powder naman, used on dark colored surfaces. Also used on mirrors, metals which have been polished by the use of fingerprint camera. So, kapag metals naman po, or doon naman po sa metal, mirror na iwan, gray powder or black powder po ang gagamitin po natin. Or white powder. Okay, the contrast. Gold and red bronze used to photograph dark surfaces and on light-colored surfaces. Dragon's blood, a photographically neutral powders and may be used in dusting light and dark surfaces. Gray-black powder used on a clear, transparent glass or light surfaces. Ito po yung mga yon. This one. Okay? Ito po, this is the black or soot. This is the dragon, yung red po. Then, this is the bronze. And ito naman po, I think, this is the white powder po ata, if I am not mistaken, or the lycopodium powder. Okay, so, hanggang dyan lang po yung part 3 po natin. Okay, we have one more, okay, or one more part, last part po, which is the part 4. So, continue po natin para po matapos po yung coverage po ng ating midterm examination. So, thank you and God bless.